All right, everybody. This is Dr. Imfan Akpan, and I'm back with Spatial. I know last week I kind of veered off course and was talking about VO3, which I think was really important, specifically because Google made it free. So VO3 was free for a couple of days. And I was going to do a part two of the spatial video, which I'm going to do now. So this is the part two. So I did the VO video. The thing I didn't mention, we made that brief video with the grandma in the nursery fighting the the sharks with the laser eyes. The thumbnail that I put together. So I wound up putting together a thumbnail in ChatGPT. So I made the video in Google VO and then set up the thumbnail, same prompt, same instructions with ChatGPT. The video did well. So I think the thumbnail, maybe it was because it was it was something different with that, but the thumbnail did well with the topic of the video, which is kind of strange. So I'm interested to see I want to see how this video does when I do spatial. Because normally what happens when I do these videos with the quirky thumbnails, I'll get clicks on YouTube. So on the replay of the live, I'll get some clicks on that. And then on TikTok, where I cut up the video, I get a lot more clicks when there's something with me sharing my screen or there's some sort of other video in the background. So I get a lot more clicks. So I'm wondering what will happen because YouTube, it did a lot better. TikTok, it did all right. Then normally when I do these videos with spatial and things like that, where I'm kind of traveling in the virtual worlds, those do great on TikTok. So I'm just curious to see how things kind of work out or compare week by week with the videos. It's always interesting to see what you're liking and what the engagement is. But I think what's challenging is getting the engagement and engaging it for the different platforms, because YouTube, completely different. The podcast, because I download this audio into a podcast, completely different. So context. But let's go in here and take a look at spatial. So what I did was I logged in, but I didn't go inside of anything. So I wanted you to get the feel for the platform. So I logged in. If you have a Gmail or Google account, you can use that as a login. And once you come in, you come to the main page. And the way it's set up now is you've got the main page with everything here, which lists out your spaces. So these are the actual spaces that I've created. So you can see I did some presentations back in 2022 using it. What's really neat is you get a little preview of your spaces. And then once you go through your spaces, it gives you the recent. So where you went before. I've been in the racing game and some of this corporate training. So this robot arm demo, the Walmart demo, I've been in there for that. And these are also examples of spatials or that were created. So I don't have anything shared with me. So they've got sort of a landing page, which is pretty neat, because before you would see a lot of these like games. So you would just go to games, and they've kind of changed things up. So let's look. Let's go to brands, and see what comes up. So this is how you can turn stories into sales. So it gives you some case studies, um, building a game, bringing your brand to life, and then how you can launch it. And I think this is really good because this shows us, particularly with platforms like this, where you can access it on your computer, you can use the headset, um, you can also use your phone or your laptop. So, pretty much anywhere where there's a screen, internet enabled, you can actually create an experience that's immersive. Um, and depending, it, you're not forced to use a certain platform. So, like if you're using Quest goggles, I mean, you've got to, there's certain applications that are only for those goggles. So you're forced to use them. With this, anyone can access it across any platform. And then that helps because you can kind of decide what level of engagement that you want to have, um, that you want to have with the platform. So that's good for the creator. So like here's Absolute Land, but um, I think that's important because for some people it may be prohibited to have a headset or to have certain technology, but now you open things up for a lot more people to be able to access your quietly. But the only thing I don't like is time. So you got to load up this experience, get things going to kind of launch it. There's one person online. You can see that there were 40,000 views for this, which is pretty neat, and 670 loves. So 670 people liked it out of that 40,000. So some decent engagement there, which is good because reviews help kind of benchmark and see what's popular work, what people are gravitating to. Oh, this was released March 26th of 2024. So it says mix with friends no matter where they are, uh, in Absolute Land by Absolute Vodka, Journey to the Cosmos, digital mixology quest that celebrates the culture of the cosmos. So this is creating a game. So this is some sort of that. I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Looks like we're getting it going, that it's actually working. Yeah, it's going to ask, are you 21 and older? Yes. Okay. So W. Okay, so there's my avatar loading up. All right. I'm finally there. There's my avatar. Okay. But I'm not okay. Why am I not able to? I'm able to go side to side. Okay. Let's see. able to move around. So why am I not able to? I'm trying to move, but it's not letting me move to the bartender. Well, there we go. It's not working. So, or maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it looks pretty neat. Able to turn to the side. Let's see. So I'm able to turn to the side, but I'm not able to kind of move around. That, that's my avatar. Okay, we try. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm trying to leave. Okay, it looks like something's happening. So to um, do anything, what happens if we go? So let me leave. I'm looking at this blue line going above me. So, okay, we still have the sound. All right. Well, let's go to the corporate training. Train smarter, scale faster. Okay. These are templates for training. So these are rooms. Okay. I've already used these. So they give you some templates to do your training programs. So you can build your training programs in and see what they got there. Stunning templates. So you got your virtual environments. Okay. So you have your classrooms. You can drag and drop. So they make it pretty. Let's try this. I think these are similar to the hubs that I've created already. I don't know why this is running so slow. Okay, try for free. Nothing is happening. This is a little bit disappointing. Let's see the pricing. Okay. Testing, prototyping, $20 so to build spaces, which are customs for universities, institution. Okay. All right. There's no games, but it's pretty good. So it looks like they're sort of moving back to um, where they were before. So they started out as sort of like an alternative to Zoom. If anyone, um, what was it? Hubs. Well, they got rid of hubs. We've got Verbella frames. We've got Spatial, which is more towards the education space. So they start out in the workplace space. They still have corporate training brands and then education. So games, and I can't find the game. Now it's connecting to the server. This is really world of games. This was in 2023. I'm not even gonna. They want to wait for this. Um, and this how games are really popular. But I want to hear what you think about the platform and if you think you would use something like this. So let me know. Next week, I think I'm going to go back into AI, but let me know what you think about spatial platforms like this.